It's been so long. I've been digging for so many years. Well, I'm back after a long time of digging. I've been stuck in these mines for far too long now. And I think I need to make it a bit nicer. It's right next to a lake. It's not very nice. And I have a nice house now. So it's only befitting I have a nice mine entrance. It's a bit leaky. That's all I'm saying. And I don't mean to be that person, but look at me. I'm using stone tools. I don't have a single diamond thing on me. There's a pickaxe. I'm like a peasant. And I'm supposed to have this beautiful and magnificent house. Starting the day fresh and early, I think I have a nice plan. I need to build an iron farm. It'll go very well, because of course, I'll be following a YouTube tutorial by Chapman. I'll leave a link to it in the description. It's a small iron farm, but it should do nice. I am going to turn this here pillar into an iron farm. And just like that, it has appeared. Funny how these things work. Now, as you can see, it is a beautiful small iron farm. It's working very well. Very nice. And up there we have the star of the show, Zombert 2.0. He's beautiful. Look at him. Dancing in that cauldron. We do have a grave here. To poor Zombert 1.0. Don't ask what happened to him. Not important. I'm not devastated. Here's my nice iron farm. I definitely just made it appear with my magic and not the giant dirt pillar in the sky that I still haven't removed. At least now, I never have to use stone tools again. Now, I've done a little bit of work since the last episode. I wasn't just in a hole for the entire time. Hey, Greg. I was working on my basement. I've been working on my basement, and I think it's coming along. I've been getting villagers to trade me things, like mending. It's very slow business, and these guys are kind of cheap and kind of mean. As I was saying about the mine I want to build, I think I just need a nice entrance or something, like a building above it, so that it actually looks like a mine entrance. And not a hole in the ground, because we're fancier than that. But today I want to do a few other things. I want to neaten up the farm so they're not so ugly. And I want to make a little building to go around my iron farm, so that it isn't as exposed, because I'm worried about poor Zombert. Zombert doesn't like people seeing him. He's a bit embarrassed. He's a bit shy. And so I want to make sure he feels comfortable in his new home. So taking a look at this hole, I think some very obvious things that need to be done is I want to move it slightly to the left. And fill in this area because it looks like a disaster. It does mean demolishing some more buildings. But having a little mining house right here is going to make it a lot better and a lot nicer for me. Especially then I don't have to worry about creepers exploding, like what happened over here, whenever I try and leave the mine entrance. It's a good idea. I know, I'm a genius. But first I need to demolish this place, right? We can't have a village house in the way of my mining house. That can't happen. So I'll just make it disappear. Now that they're gone, we can start on the real construction. But yeah, let's get to it. So to begin, I have good news and bad news. The good news is that I tamed another cat. The bad news is I accidentally deleted half of the footage for this area. It seems that is a theme for me. Anyway, ignoring that, I built up the mining house. It's supposed to be like a blacksmith and a mine entrance for the ultimate convenience. The entire time I was building it, I had no idea what it was going to be, or what it was going to look like. I didn't even have a shape in my head. So it was a real mystery and a real surprise that it turned out good at all. Honestly, kind of expecting it just to look like a giant mound of stone. But honestly, I'm kind of happy with how it turned out. You'll see it in a bit. In the mystery time-lapse that was supposed to be here, I gave it some roofs and a second story and a chimney because, where it's a blacksmith, there's going to be hot smoke. Don't want that inside the building. Anyway, Then I dug down and made a big pit. And in the pit, I can go and mine things like a normal mine. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. So now we have an actual mine entrance. It's supposed to be a blacksmith. It's obviously a bit empty. But you know, I think it's looking nice so far. I added some bushes to the side because when in doubt, you just add leaves and it'll get better. The inside, also pretty empty. This is the way down into the mines. And then here's the spooky cave all the way down there. You know, we've got some rooms in here for where the blacksmith would live. Like, here's a bedroom. And, you know, all that stuff. Roof access. Everything a blacksmith could possibly dream of. Including a little area to look out on the lake. How nice. Blacksmith is living in luxury. So I'm fairly proud of this. But obviously now that we have this building, the rest of the area is looking kind of, bad. Especially my cow exhibit. My cow exhibit is not looking very nice. How are people supposed to come visit my beautiful house when looking at these cows? It's embarrassing. So at the very least, I would like to neaten up my cow supply, my cow farms, so that they're a bit nicer and not as claustrophobic as this one is. I don't think this was meant for this kind of population of cows. When the villagers first built this, I don't think this is what they had in mind. A little bit too many cows, but not enough cows for me. So, you know, that is what we're going to do next. So as for the farms, I'm thinking we're gonna have them opposite this blacksmith and make a little road that cuts through, leading to the entrance of my house. And hopefully everything turns out okay and the cows like it, because I care very much what the cows think. A cow's opinion is very important to me. So I'll get to clearing the area. Wow, I bet you didn't expect another time lapse. Here I am making the cow pen. I tried to think for the cow's best interests. I want to make a bunch of these for the rest of the farm. They just make things a lot more organized, I feel. Plus, the cows like them. And, you know, that's important. Very important. Most important. I very much considered it. I did give them a swimming pool, so they should be pretty happy. I mean, I'd be happy with a swimming pool. So for these other cows, these unlucky few that are in here, we're not going to sacrifice them to this lava pit yet. I'm going to make another pen for the cows kind of thing here. It's going to be a bit smaller than this one, and I think these houses might be in the way, but, you know, I'm not going to do a time-lapse of it because it's pretty much the same as this one, except smaller and not as impressive. From up here on the roof, you can see it pretty well. This area is coming together a bit pretty nice. I mean, we got the blacksmith right there. We got our cows. Going pretty well. I need leaves and everything decorating the roads. That's for another day. I'm just gonna make a cow pen for right now. This little house is actually giving me an idea. It has a bunch of banners on it. Almost like it was some sort of clothes store or like fabric creation area. I think for another building, that would be really nice to add to our little growing village. Because you need fabric. If you want to make sure you have clothes, all villages need fabric stores or creating places or dyeing places. I don't really know. I just think it could be a fun idea. Maybe for the next video. Plus, we have some sheep over on the opposite side of this place. Maybe wherever the sheep are, we could add a little building where they have like a loom or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with ideas for my little village. So, creating a little layout. Maybe we have like a narrow alley here that opens up and expands. And then creates a sort of area along here. Just, you know, trying to map out an area for the pen. I think I want this one to come forward. Because I don't have as much horizontal space because I cannot be bothered to remove these houses right now. Having the entrance be here or something, I think would be good. And then just having it kind of go along here. Ignore the house in the way. That's going to stay here for a while. It's going to be like this shape. And then I'll build it up and you'll get to see it when it's done. So now I'm finishing the last of this little cow pen. The cows are pushing me like crazy. But yeah, it's shaping to be a nice pen. I gotta put leaves on the outside. But that's about it. Pretty much done. This one, they don't get water because they cannot be bothered. Oh, I just rest in pieces. So adding the finishing touches to this, there's always more work to be done. Just adding some leaves around the river, make it a bit nicer. Maybe eventually I'll put a tree here, I'm not sure. It's kind of like a savanna. It's not the most tree covered area. So maybe I won't put a tree. Maybe I will, I don't know, it takes a long time to do that. And I'll just plant some sugar cane around the edges of the water. And some flowers. As for the rest of like the pots and everything, I'll probably do that some other time. It's looking pretty okay. The cows are loving their new bathtub. They love to swim in it. Look at them. They're having a pool party. Right now, this is my main form of XP. I'm still in need of a lot of things. I'm in need of bones. I'm in need of XP. I'm in need of diamonds desperately. I only have 2 pickaxes. And then I have 2 other diamonds stored in my storage room. So I am, you know, in need of a lot of things right now, but we take it one step at a time. I'm thinking maybe wheat farms along here. We have a main path coming out this way and going like that way. And maybe some wheat farms. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what the rest of the farms turn out like. But today, you know, I'm pretty happy with what I've done. The house is still, you know, a work in progress with the roofs. I've still got to get all the wax for the copper. It's taking a really long time because I only have a single bee. Just one bee producing all of the wax. Definitely a slow process. I could have probably gotten another bee in this time and it would have gone way quicker. I was gonna build a building around this, maybe like a windmill or something. But it's probably gonna take time. It's also broken. Because of course it's broken. Of course it is. Why would it not be broken? So, you know, I have to figure that out and I'm just gonna leave it like that. We have to make a graveyard for Zombert 1.0. I'm done for the day. We didn't get to the iron farm and making it less ugly. And we didn't get to the sheep. And we didn't get to the rest of the farms. But, you know, it's fine. I built a blacksmith that I'm pretty proud of, and we'll get to the other farms in due time. But yeah, I'm happy with this little area. It's shaping up to be a nice little village. Anyway, I'll be going now. I gotta place some more copper. Hopefully, by the next video, the roofs will be complete. Hopefully. We can only hope. Maybe the interior will be done too. Maybe the whole exterior will be done. Who knows? Regardless, I am floating. It's called floating hacks. Definitely. How am I standing here? Like, actually. What? Anyway. Now that I have revealed to you the secret of flight, I will be going now. I will be leaving. Bye.